I'm Chris, that's Tyler, and today I want to talk about this.
This will not happen, and I understand that this will not happen. Jim Knowles should get a warm welcome in Columbus on Saturday. Jim Knowles did a great job for Ohio State for 3 years. He turned what was an absolute flaming tire fire of a defense under Kerry Combs into a better defense, and then a better defense, and then an outstanding defense. And
Tyler, it's Penn State week, and I have not once thought about giving Jim Knowles a warm welcome as he returns back to the shoe. Hell, I don't even know if Jim Knowles is a good coach anymore based on how things go. And obviously, he's a good coach, but this year has not gone his way. Thoughts when you hear people on the Ohio State beat suggesting that Jim Knowles deserves a warm welcome upon his return to Columbus?
Drugs. Did Oklahoma City give Kevin Durant a warm welcome when he bounced on them to go to Golden State right after Golden State beat them? No.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where Benedict Arnold was from, but did he get a warm welcome when he came back to France or whatever? Nope. What? What kind of sentimental bullshit was that?
And also, I just don't want to hear it. I can hear we should appreciate Jim Knowles for what he did in Columbus, but I'm not giving a warm welcome to a coach who never beat Michigan in his entirety here. We'll blame him or Ryan. He didn't beat them. He never forced a punt in the fourth quarter of a major game. That one bugs me a little bit. Additionally, he left Ohio State for kind of a lateral move job and kind of spit in the face of Ohio State fans on the way out. I mean, look, fans is fanatics. And I'm a believer that, yes, you can appreciate someone while they're here, but when they're go, you don't owe them anything.
Also, if they were to put some sort of montage of Jim Knowles, it would just get booed.
Yeah, that too.
And then also, what are you going to put some video up for? He was in the box. It's just film of him up in the box calling plays with his old ass. Stop this. This is insanity.
Here we go. In no other walk of life would anybody ever consider this. And Tyler, I just want to. We're both adults. When we go from job to job, what do people always tell us? Don't burn bridges, right? Yeah. I think it's pretty safe to assume that Jim Knowles burned the bridge. So no matter how good of a job he did at the company, once you quote unquote burn the bridge and our head coach feels like you betrayed him, which is kind of what the feeling is. As a fan base, I gotta fall in line with my coach. It's like, what does my coach think? Does my coach think he deserves a warm welcome? Because if you do a great job at a company, Tyler, and the breakup is bad, you don't remember you don't get a warm welcome for that. If I date a girl for a long time, we're good. But the breakup is super, super ugly, and I see her at the Christmas party, I'm not talking to her. Doesn't get a warm welcome from me.
No.
Because once you burn a bridge, we're talking about a different type of situation now. So I'm not big on the warm welcome. I think you can appreciate what Jim Knowles did, but not loving the warm welcome, especially given the things that we've kind of heard about how things went in Columbus. They weren't exactly the best. He wasn't exactly the greatest teammate, greatest coach.
Think about how the players talked about Matt Patricia when he first got here.
Mm-hmm.
Tells you everything you need to know.
Dude, Peyton Pierce said he spent more time talking with Matt Patricia this year than all the last 2 years with Jim Knowles. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah. Jim Knowles is a weird dude, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's a weird dude. He did a good job. He called a good defense. And let's not forget that he was also blessed with a bunch of super freaks.
Yeah.
So
how do you view Jim Knowles the coach these days? Because I think he's a good coach, but I wouldn't hire him at my favorite university.
I think I don't know what to think. This year was I think the Jim Knowles that I'd think of is closer to the Oklahoma State Jim Knowles than the Ohio State Jim Knowles. I think when you get to coach at Ohio State as a coordinator, if you're a good coordinator, and you come coordinator at Ohio State, it's easy to become a great coordinator because of the talent level. But like Matt Patricia is a great coordinator and has become the best because he has the best players.
Yeah, I guess I
There's
don't.
like the players elevate. I think the players can elevate coordinator status.
I guess I don't know what kind of coordinator Jim Knowles is because like, I think he's a good coordinator, but like he refuses to adjust, which is a little bit weird. And like that, it was like this was like such a weird year at Penn State because I hear you. Like when you've got good players, you should have a good defense. Like why did Jim Knowles have good players at Penn State and not have a good defense?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like that's I guess what I'm struggling with the most.
Yeah, I also like. I just don't think I don't think he plays well in the sandbox.
Mm-hmm.
With the stories that we've been told, and I think Jim Knowles at the end of the year, at the end of his time with Ohio State, felt that he was more important and bigger than Ryan Day even.
Okay.
And like
I
that's
think he wanted to be on par with Ryan Day. I think the thing that maybe Ryan Day made a mistake with was saying, I want Jim Knowles to be the head coach of the defense. Because I think then Jim Knowles thought he was the head coach of the defense and thought he was almost like Ryan's equal rather than, working under Ryan. So I don't know. It didn't work. We don't got to dwell on it too much. But I just wanted to open up with that kind of quote because I thought that was really fascinating from some of the Ohio State beat. Speaking of just Ohio State, just some quick local news. Duran Grant is out as the head coach at St. V. Obviously, like I'm from Akron, you're from Akron, got a decent, Akron audience. This one caught me by surprise today, reported by the Akron Beacon Journal. 2 years and not great years.
No, it was tough. I think if you're local, you kind of know that St. V is they're down, financially, and they're down enrollment. Hoban has sort of taken their athletic department. They're spending to a new level that I don't think anybody was ready for, and St. V's kind of getting left behind. They've kind of always been kind of stuck in like kind of a third gear for a long time. They kind of been the same place for a long time, and I feel bad for Duran. I think I don't know if he was ready. I mean, I looked it up and like he coached cornerbacks at Pickerington North for 1 year. Then he was the Elyria Catholic defensive coordinator for 1 year, and then he became the head coach. And it's like, that's a lot, man. It takes a long time to learn all that. And not to mention, like, I'm pretty sure his team this year was super, super young.
No, super young.
I called my boy and my buddy, and he was like, they're starting 6 freshmen on varsity football. Like, think about it. 14-year-olds playing it in varsity football.
Yeah, I met their quarterback when I was at Paris Campbell's camp, and they're just young. They're just like really young, and I think that's a hard job to have right now because like if you're a kid that wants to go to a private school to play football, where are you going? Like it's Hoban. It's like I don't know if there's enough talent in the city right now to like support 2 fantastic or 3 honestly 3 fantastic because Walsh is really good too. And so like on the pecking order, if you are going to play high school football in this area, it's going to be Walsh or Hoban 1 and then St. V 3. And and when it's like that, when that happens, when that happens, you're just not going to get the guys that the other schools are. So it's going to make it a really hard rebuild. So I don't know. High school jobs, I feel like the St. V job is impossible right now.
I don't think they're going to have much success with anybody.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I agree.
It's tough. I mean, Duran is a national champion at Ohio State. Had an above average NFL career, considering the length of the average NFL career. So, it's tough, but I'm sure he'll land on his feet, and he can coach football.
I mean, Ted Ginn Sr., go get him. Bring him on staff. You'll find a spot for him.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Ohio State, Penn State this week in what was supposed to be a 1 versus 3, 1 versus 2, 1 versus 5 at the very, very worst. Obviously, Penn State kind of fell off the wagon and ended up being a disgustingly bad team. I want to start with this. Is this the most disappointing team you can remember since you started following the sport very closely?
It's got to be up there. I mean, if you were a season ticket this year at season ticket holder this year at Ohio State, you are pissed.
Yeah.
I mean, your only good game at home was Texas. Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Because you were hoping that this game, it's just like, but I don't know, man. I think there's been a lot of disappointing teams this year. Clemson was disappointing. Penn State was disappointing. Penn State was definitely more.
I was going to say, I think this Penn State
way
team,
more.
I started covering the sport, I believe, in 2018, maybe 2017. I began covering the sport.
Florida State last year, coming off of 13-0, 13-1, and then you win 2 games like that was crazy. That was crazy too.
Well, you know why I view this Penn State team as more disappointing than that Florida State team?
I think they are too, but why?
Because they got blown off the yard by Georgia's backups. I don't know it was their backups, but Georgia's backups blew them off the yard in the bowl game that really wasn't even competitive. And like we all felt like Florida State was going to take a slide backwards, right? We didn't think it would be that bad, but we thought they would take a slide backwards. We thought this Penn State team would be better than last year's Penn State team.
Yeah, I mean, there's always, if you think about it, like there's always a team that's ranked in the preseason top 10 that has a very disappointing year. But the problem is those teams that usually have those disappointing years, they still make a bowl game.
Yeah, it's like 3 losses. Like, oh, we thought you were going to win a natty. You lost 3 games. This is, we thought you were going to make it to a natty.
Even like they lose 4 games. But like, dog, Penn State might not win a game the rest of the year.
Dog, they have no Power 4 wins.
They might not have one.
Yeah. I can't remember a disaster like this. I can't. Especially like, here we go. 2 NFL running backs. Returning offensive line, supposed to be good. D-line, supposed to be good. You upgraded it at DC, you thought so. You upgraded a receiver, you thought so, right? Like, this is falling flat on your face.
I mean, they have Ohio State, Indiana, at Michigan State, Nebraska at home, and at Rutgers.
You want to hear something crazy? This is going to drive you insane. You know, this is their last time playing Ohio State till 2028.
Oh, yeah, I know.
All James Franklin had to do was survive this year. All you had to do was survive this year, and then guess what? The boogeyman, the guy that's in the closet waiting on you to ruin your season every single year, he's out the window, right?
And
like,
think
all
about
you do is win this year.
Think about this too. You want to know what their opponents for next year? Let me read this to you. Marshall, Temple, Buffalo, Maryland, Michigan, Northwestern, Minnesota, Purdue, Rutgers, USC, Wisconsin, Washington. There are 3 schools on there that are very visibly not there.
Dog. All James Franklin had to do was survive this year. Because next year is the fool's gold year. And I don't know if you saw what Herbert Thamel said. He said this Penn State job is the best job in the country available right now. And I want to play this for you and then unpack it. Because you and I are both really big believers in the LSU job. And then this happened.
To foot the bill. So, yeah, I absolutely. Who's that? No. I can tell you right now, Scott Woodward is not selecting the next coach. Hell, I'll let Donald Trump select it before I let him do it. I don't know, but the Board of Supervisors is going to come up with a committee, and they're going to go find us a coach. Hold on. One real quick thing on that. Because here's what y'all reporters need to do. Y'all need to start looking at who represents all these people, like these agents. You know what's interesting? If I'm not mistaken, Woodward's agent, Kelly's agent, the Texas A&M, they're all the same agent. Like, you realize if I would be, I don't know how many sports writers we got here today? Just you. We should have a bunch. Okay? Like, this is ridiculous. Lawyers would be disbarred for the way these agents act and the way they're able to represent. In fact, there's no doubt, they may even represent some of the players now. Like, it's really time for the NCAA to put on some guardrails in college sports. Because, and it's fine. We don't need the guardrails. If big billionaires want to spend all that kind of money, no problem. But if I got to go find $53 million from Kevin, it's not going to be a pleasant conversation. I'm just telling you.
Hey, you know who that is?
Who's that?
That's Eddie O's cousins with the Marlboro Reds.
That's got to be.
Bro, he was straight out the movie Waterboy, dog.
Dude, like Zach said it earlier, like, if I heard his voice and someone said he's a governor, I'm saying, oh, Governor Louisiana. Got it.
100%.
Bingo. But like that is the voice of a very unhappy governor that sounds like he's going to meddle in this hiring process. It sounds like you always say, too many cooks in the kitchen.
Chris,
That
I'm here to tell you right now, the LSU job is no longer a top 10 job in this country.
Top 10 is crazy. Okay, top 10 is crazy.
Not doing it. I would not touch that job with a 10-foot pole. No shot. No chance. Because you come in and you have almost no control. You're going to have, if the governor can do that, imagine what somebody who's paying the quarterback's NIL package, what he thinks. He's going to feel like he can say whatever he wants. Hell no. No shot. And you know what? Ryan Clark talked about it today. And Ryan Clark be saying some dumb shit a lot of the time. Dumb stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's apologized more on national television than Ryan Clark.
Bingo.
However, what he said today about Scott Woodward is 100% true. Hires women's basketball coach, natty, immediately. Hires the men's baseball coach, natty, immediately. Like, hiring is not a perfect process. You're going to swing and miss. And, like, if we look back at it, like, should they have hired Dan Lanning over Brian Kelly? Probably. Did everybody know that Brian Kelly wasn't a fit? Probably. But he was the biggest name on the market at the time. You know, it was just like, dude, that would petrify me as a coach. That video right there would make me say, absolutely fucking not.
It's got to be a red flag, man. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Like, it just, and I heard an ESPN guy from down there said that basically that he hates that. Like, he can't believe he did that because he thinks that might hurt the job and hurt.
In fact, if I'm Scott Woodward, I'm looking for my next job. Kiss my ass. With your non-English speaking ass motherfucker. That is not English. That is straight Cajun, Baton Rouge swamp people stuff.
Bro, it was so funny because it's like four accents mixed together.
Yeah, that's because they're, well, I'm not going to say it, but you know what it is down there.
I know what it is. But does that make you feel like you would take the Penn State job? Because that Penn State schedule, the fact they got no Ohio State the next 2 years, a very, very clear path to the college football playoffs. They've got a decent recruiting base.
I'd still take the Florida job over the Penn State job.
Okay.
But Penn State is a clear second.
I think LSU's still the best job, and it just has a major, major red flag. A major, major red flag.
That's a red flag that you literally can't overcome it. You can't.
I mean, some people collect them. I collect sometimes I collect red flags.
There are certain red flags that are darker red than others.
Yeah.
And that is blood red.
Yeah. No, that is. That
is not a pink flag. That is a bloody red flag. I mean, it's the same thing that Nick Saban had to do at Alabama. When he first got there, he said, I had to kick a lot of people that have a voice in the program. I had to kick them out. And he's not talking about players. It's like, have you seen the TV show Friday Night Lights?
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. Buddy Garrison, the car dealership guy, gots to go. Can't do it. Now I have the governor. Dog, don't you have better things to do than worry about college football?
Well, he said it's about the tax dollars.
Dog,
but to have the governor embarrassing the AD on national television is bad.
Shot. If I'm Scott Ward, I'm out of there.
Yeah.
I'm going to find another job immediately.
Scott does a good job. You know what's so funny about the whole Brian Kelly thing too? About how Scott has to take the brunt of this. Do you know why Jimbo's bio is so huge?
No.
Because of Bjork.
Oh, yeah.
Woodward.
Yeah.
So basically, not LSU. Basically, Jimbo Fisher on the Jimbo Fisher front. I don't know if I said Brian Kelly, but Jimbo Fisher at A&M The initial buyout was there for 40 some odd million. And then when Bjork got there, he extended him, and that added another 40 million to the buyout.
Yeah.
So that's why it was so large.
Yeah.
The double. Penn State, Ohio State. Do you think that we will see something that we have not seen yet from the Ohio State offense?
I kind of do.
Okay.
I think that Ryan Day is out for blood. I think we're going to see a little more tempo. I also think we're going to see them still trying to score in the fourth quarter, even if the game is out of hand. I think one of my bold take for the offense is I think we're going to see some old-fashioned true running back screens, because we know that Jim Knowles is going to try to dial it up. He's going to gamble. He's going to send heavy blitzes, and they're just going to let them come in, and then they're going to drop it right over their heads right behind them. And you're going to see Bo Jackson and hopefully Isaiah West just running with a blockade in front of him with O-line just looking for people to block.
Do we see Ryan Day break character? And by that, I mean this season's character. This season's character has been so much game control, game flow, limit the plays. It's Halloween, though. Do we dress up like we're the old school Oregon teams and try to play fast just for once, to put it on tape, to show we can do it, to have people worry about it? Or no, is Ryan Day sticking to the plan and staying focused? I guess, like, do you think his emotions will get the best of him in this one? And I think if they do, it would be in a good way.
Yeah, I think he's going to show a glimpse of it. I don't know if he's going to do it the whole time, but I think he's going to – there's going to be a moment we're going to like, oh, we haven't seen that this year. He's going for the jugular right now. Like, you know, after a turnover, instead of just like, you know,
Hand
status quo, like, no, we're going to take a shot here right after a turnover. Come on the field. We're at the 50-yard line. Take a shot.
Yeah.
Because usually we've seen it like, oh, we got a turnover. Like, you know, we're just going to count this as another possession and just keep doing what we've been doing. So I think it's going to be – I think it might be subtle. I'd prefer it to be very loud and obvious because that's just what I'm into. But, you know, I think it'll be more subtle than anything.
We know deep down in Ryan Day is a psycho, and he hasn't coached like there's one deep down in there yet. We know in the play calling realm and play sequencing, there is a sicko in there. We haven't really seen him. And like right now, it's been kind of like, you know, that crazy person in the box, and we're just walking by tapping the glass. And at what point does he erupt? And I guess that's like, I think this game had a chance to be that like erupt game. But I think Penn State messed it up by being so ass.
I do wonder if once he gets a feel for how Julian looks and how Jim Knowles is going to play this game, once he answers those two questions, he'll know how he wants to do it. And then it'll just be a matter of whether he wants to or not.
I think this is going to be the weirdest Jim Knowles game plan we get all year.
Oh, there's going to be
some funky stuff.
There's going to be some fuck shit going on. Like,
Yeah.
I'm talking trick plays, special teams trick plays, offensive trick plays. Because without the trick plays on offense, this team has no chance to score points.
Yeah, no, agreed.
None. I don't see how they're going to do it. I think Grunkemeyer throws 2 picks.
I think Grunkemeier's going to have a tough day. I don't know if you saw the line, but it's the Penn State rushing total 105.
Total?
Hmm?
Total rushing yards?
Yeah.
Brother, they might not get 105 yards total.
So I haven't really bet much this year. I'm thinking about putting a pretty sizable bet on.
No, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that.
Why?
You're not allowed to do that.
Why?
Do you really want me to answer that question?
Brother, but I'm good at Ohio State bets. I haven't lost a single Ohio State bet. Remember I won the $1,000 week 1 last year on the crazy parlay? 104, And Tyler, sack yards are used
Oh,
and
I'm
calculated.
saying they're gonna hit they're not gonna hit the over.
I'm saying, so I'm going to bet the under.
I just don't know if you're the right person to do this.
Tyler, what Tyler's alluding to is the fact that I do the bad luck bets against my teams, as a way to work around it.
I think that one is I think Vegas royally made a mistake on that one.
Yeah. It started at 98.5 and it's gone up. Yeah.
Have they allowed 100 yards rushing in a game yet?
No. Or yes, one time. Texas. That was it. And Illinois has a better rushing attack. You know how many yards they went for rushing wise? 44.
Yeah. We're also going to sack Runkamar like 6 times.
Exactly. And Nicholas Singleton is bad.
For them to clear 100 yards, they're going to have like 140 actual rushing yards.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to be able to rush that much because the game script is not going to be in their favor.
No.
So I don't know. I like the under there. Do you have any predictions for offense and defense? Score predictions? Any of that?
Well, I said my prediction. I think we're going to see some true offensive screens or running back screens. I say that there's a 40+ yard screen pass.
Okay. To Isaiah or Bo?
Probably Bo. I'll take Bo.
Okay.
And then I think the defense has 2 picks.
Heard. We do have a couple other games this week. We got Vandy.
What's your score prediction for the game?
Mine, 42-14, 41-14.
You think they're going to score 2 touchdowns?
I mean, I think they'll score a garbage time touchdown at the end of the game.
I got a 38-3.
Okay, honestly, I might with that because I saw I believe the Penn State points total was 11.
Under.
So, all right, maybe I'll go 41-10. We're getting 40.
38-40. Same thing.
Vandy, Texas. Essentially an elimination game, is it not? No, it's not. But
this one's not. It is for Texas. It's not for Vanderbilt. So this is Texas is favored by 3.5. First of all, is Arch playing? Because there's rumors that he might not play. He's in concussion protocol.
He's still questionable. No update on it.
If Arch doesn't play, can they still win?
I think Vandy's not that good.
Well, let me ask you this. Is this the first game that Vandy's played where they're actually a significant talent underdog? Just straight talent. Like, was LSU significantly more talented than Vanderbilt?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so this would be second game. Okay, that's fine. I was curious. But yeah, this is like Missouri and Vanderbilt, probably very similar, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, this is a different beast. And Texas also hasn't been home. They weren't home the whole month of October. They had a neutral site game with Oklahoma, and they were on the road 3 weeks in October. It's their first home game in a month. Those fans are going to be starving for a game.
Dude, am I wrong for still not believing in Vandy at all? Like, I don't think they're very good.
Daniel Pavia is not very good.
I think maybe that's it. Maybe it's clouded a little bit for me. And I think that like the fact that Pavia and Clark are not a personality fit, I kind of discredit them. But they just feel like such a gimmicky glass cannon. And like, I don't think he can throw for under 200 yards in this game and then win the game. I just don't.
They're not going to be able to run the ball.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I just don't think they can do it. Now, at the same time, like we saw Texas, their defense got gashed all last week. Up and down the field, gashed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Texas is going to be a very desperate team.
Okay.
Because they have to win. If they lose, they're out.
Yeah.
So I think they have that going for them. I think it's also the type of game. It's going to be a low-scoring game, and Texas's quarterback, their backup quarterback, is like a fifth-year transfer senior who's played a decent amount of football as well. So like, he's a veteran. Like, he's not going to he's not a backup that's like doesn't know what he's doing.
It's Matthew Caldwell, been around the block.
So I got Texas 21, Vanderbilt 16. I think Texas covers and wins.
Covers and wins.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they cover as well.
I just think it's gonna be a low scoring game, which kind of leads you to taking Vanderbilt plus the 3.5. But I just don't think Vanderbilt's talented enough offensively to like. I think Texas is gonna suffocate them. I don't know how they're gonna move the ball.
Hero Canoe, one of the best DTs in the sport.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, Tennessee. This is also an elimination game.
Now this is an elimination game for both teams. And I had a hard time picking this game because I think Oklahoma's defense is better than what they showed against Ole Miss. I think they are. But was really disappointed with John Mateer.
I don't think he's right, bro. I don't think he's right still.
Yeah. Do you think he can be healthy enough to take advantage of the Tennessee secondary? Because like that's Tennessee's worst part of their team.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think John Mateer is I use my legs to set up my throwing. I'm not that great of a thrower anyway. I'm not a good enough thrower to exploit a secondary. And I think like the unconventional defense of Brent Venables gets gashed by unconventional offenses, right? Like Ole Miss gashed them because it's like it's just not a fit. So I think Tennessee's got too much firepower for him, dog. Like I'm gonna keep it a stack. I got Tennessee, and I think they cover. And like I don't think John is right, bro. Like I like the zip is gone, the comfort is gone, and like we're not really seeing the downfield shots. Like he doesn't feel right. And this Oklahoma defense is too suspect for me to take them. I got Tennessee, big dog.
I got Tennessee as well, 33-24.
Wow. Okay, so you think big cover?
Yeah, I just think Joey Aguilar is really good. I think Josh Heupel, like going back, like playing against his alma mater, I think he like calls a really good game. And I think Oklahoma, I think last week kind of really hurt them, and I just don't know if they can recover. And I think Tennessee thinks they're a really good team.
Yeah, they think they're like Bama light, I think.
Yeah, and I think they're going to. I have them outside the top 15 right now. In my last poll,
get them back in.
But this would definitely get them back in, and like I think this would put them in a really good spot. Let me just check to make sure. I mean, I think this is their schedule isn't that bad moving forward.
I think this is their last loser.
Yeah, so they have a bye next week, New Mexico State at Florida, and then Vanderbilt at home, which will be that will be an elimination game.
Yeah, that's a playoff game. That's
essentially that is a playoff game because neither one, like Tennessee's not going to the SEC title game. So that's a playoff game.
And it's rivalry week. That's going to be lit.
Yeah, no doubt. Another elimination game here.
USC, Nebraska. Big news out of Nebraska that Matt Rule signed the extension. It sounded like he was on the 5-yard line to get the Penn State job. It seemed like that was leveraged the entire time to get more of what he wanted from Nebraska. One of the big things that got mentioned was investment in the roster, continued investment. That matters to Matt Rule. Obviously, they lost a lot of guys this last portal because they couldn't pay kids. They want to pay kids. And Rayola said, Rule's not going anywhere. Rule's like he's not leaving. They do have USC. This is another playoff game, dog. This is an Elam game. Yep. I like USC this year, so I'm curious your take on this game.
USC to me is very confusing, probably because of just how I feel about Lincoln Riley. But I think Jaden Maiev is really good. I think Jaden Maiev is better than Dylan Raiola. I don't think it's actually that close, to be honest.
Aren't they a lot like Tennessee?
Yeah.
Right? Like
I think
offensive minds, quarterbacks that when we watch them, we know we like them. But then when we talk about national quarterbacks, we don't talk about them as much as we should. Receivers that can play. Like both of them have probably a first-round receiver.
USC is coming off a bye.
Bingo. And I was going to mention that. That's a huge deal, Tyler.
Yeah. Do you think that the contract extension do you think that was a distraction this week, or do you think it was like, okay? Do you think the players even notice?
I don't think so, because obviously the agents handle most of that. And if Matt Rule kind of went to his agent and said, look, I'm not really interested in the Penn State job, go get me as much money and as many guarantees as possible, the agent goes and takes care of that. So I don't think so. And Matt Rule's been a guy who's been able to kind of maneuver stuff like this and do a good job. I think maybe initially the Penn State stuff was a distraction. In that first week after the Jay Trent got fired, obviously they lose, but it seems like they've kind of, been re-insulated and like put it back together.
Yeah. I just don't know if Nebraska has the horses to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
I got USC 31, Nebraska 21.
I probably agree with you on that one too.
I think they cover that 6.5. I don't really love road favorites covering, but I think USC is in a position where they just have better athletes. They're better, all around.
Yeah.
Offensively, and I'm not too terribly worried about. I think Nebraska's defense is okay. It's not a bad defense by any stretch of the imagination.
Can I give you a nugget real quick on the Nebraska defense?
Sure.
They're small in the trenches. They're small linebacker. They're small defensive tackle. I think the most underrated thing about USC is their ability to run the ball and get push. Against Michigan, they push them back.
Yeah. I mean, USC has Nebraska, Northwestern, Iowa, which could be a big game, and then they have at Oregon. Like,
yeah,
they're in a tough spot. I don't think either one of these teams makes the playoffs, to be honest with you. I don't think the winner is in a good spot. I mean, let me look at Nebraska's schedule the rest of the way. I mean, well, they might. I mean, you got to feel if you're Big Ten. Chris should probably want Nebraska to win. They have at UCLA, bye, at Penn State, and then they have Iowa at home. Big Ten Chris probably wants Nebraska to win this game. Doesn't he think that's the case?
I think I want Nebraska to win this game because I think USC is eliminated no matter what. I think USC loses to Oregon. But the other part of it is if USC can beat Oregon and wins this game, then you're going to get Oregon and USC in. And I think Oregon and USC are better in a playoff setting than Nebraska would be.
Do you think that USC can beat Oregon and Iowa back-to-back weeks?
It wouldn't be back-to-back weeks. Is it back-to-back? Wait, USC?
Yeah. USC has Iowa at home, and then they travel to Oregon, which isn't bad for them, obviously.
Yeah, it's just back home for them.
So
I'd probably say not. So I guess, you would want USC eliminated now to keep Iowa in play and keep Nebraska in play.
Iowa has their Super Bowl next week at Oregon.
Yeah, but obviously
against Oregon.
Yeah, I'm saying like you don't want Iowa to catch an extra loss.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean Big Ten Chris probably wants Nebraska to win this game.
Correct. So I don't think Nebraska has the horses yet, man. I don't think they can keep up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So this one is a big one to me because I went on a limb and picked Cincinnati to win the Big 12. And Cincinnati is a 9.5-point underdog at Utah. I think that's a lot of points.
That's a lot.
Considering that Cincinnati's quarterback is the best player on the field.
That's a lot, dude.
That's a lot of points.
This screams Utah upset, though, doesn't it?
Oh, no, Utah's favored.
I mean, excuse me. I guess it'd just be an upset per the polls.
For the polls, yeah.
Yeah.
I
think Utah's going to – so you got Cincy winning this game?
I got Cincy winning straight up. And maybe I'm going out on a limb for my pick, and I'm standing 10 toes down for my pick. But, I think they have – if you have the better quarterback, which they do, you got a chance.
That rule doesn't apply to Whittingham.
But we've seen Whittingham go – we've said 2 times this year we've talked about Utah, and both times we said, oh, Whittingham, big game coach.
Yeah.
Both games lost this year.
They got done in. He's not going to go 0-3. This feels like a Utah win to me. I don't know. I feel you, though. Like, I want Cincy to win.
I'm taking Cincinnati 27, Utah 26.
Vegas terrifies me with this one, bro. Utah minus 9.5. You got them winning straight up. Just take Cincy with the points.
And this is 10, and this is 10. I need them to win the game for my pick to win the Big 12.
Oh, this is a compounding bet.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know, dude.
If I'm telling you, it's going to be at 10 o'clock at night. Weird shit happens out west at night. Come on now, you could see it. Don't tell me you can't see it.
I can see it. I don't know if I believe in it.
I don't need you to believe in it. I believe in it. I got enough for both of us.
Is this your call, your lock of the week?
This is my upset of the week, not my lock of the week.
You're not going to talk about it, but Georgia Tech is on undefeated watch as they continue their journey against NC State. I saw a couple computer models flagged UF and UGA as a potential upset. Don't know if you believe in that.
No.
Me either. I can't believe it actually got flagged. So,
I don't see. I think Georgia Tech is just going to continue to make it feel like it's 2002 Ohio State all over again. They're just going to win ugly all the time.
Mm.
And I need the clash. I need Georgia Tech to be undefeated going to play Georgia.
That's going to make waters really murky.
I don't think Florida has a prayer in hell to beat Georgia.
It would be the most Florida thing ever to pull that off, wouldn't it?
Yep. Yes, it would. But
Right.
I just don't see. I mean, I just don't see how they. No, I'm not even entertaining this because, it's all good and well when the interim coach, coaches and when Florida plays Kentucky and
Yeah.
win one for the interim coach, but interim coaches don't win these type of games.
Nah, this is Kirby and them too.
Yeah. No.
What are your thoughts on Georgia out of curiosity? They're not top 10 in the SEC in defense in terms of yards per game allowed.
I feel really good. And I don't think I said this on a microphone, but I told you that I thought Georgia, my hot take of the year was Georgia misses the playoff.
This was on a microphone early in our journey together.
I don't think they're going to miss the playoff because Texas turned out to be stinky.
It's a funny word. You're such a dad. Stinky.
We're doing the potty training thing right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
Potty, stinky, all of it. Poopy. Yeah, I just I think they're in for make it to the playoff. And depending on the matchup in the first round, they might win the first round, but they're not getting out of this. They're not making to the Final Four. No shot.
They're the most regular top 5 team I remember. I don't know why they feel like the Brian Kelly Notre Dame teams. And that's kind of disrespectful.
Because they don't do what Kirby Smart's teams have done in the past. They're not that scary in the front seven. They're good. They're not scary like they had been.
Mm-hmm.
2021, 2022, they had Arvell Reese's and Sonny Styles running around, but they looked angrier.
Yeah.
And they could run the ball. They can't run the ball.
Mm.
And Gunnar Stockton he's not even as talented as Stetson Bennett.
You know what it is? Everybody else in the top 5, this is a good segment. Everybody else in the top 5 has what I'll call a terrifying trait, at least one of them, right? Here's the top 5. Ohio State. They got a terrifying trait. We all agree?
They got a couple.
A couple of them. Indiana. They've got a terrifying trait. Mendoza, those receivers are absurd. A&M. Also, same kind of deal. The quarterback and 2 receivers, terrifying trait. They can take over a game. I guess we can call it, they have a unit that can take over a game is what we'll call it.
Yeah.
Bama has a unit that can take over a game. 100%. Georgia really doesn't.
They don't scare me at all.
There's nothing terrifying that they do. Even with Oregon, we've seen when they flip it on, they look unstoppable at times. And then really outside of that, it's like them, Ole Miss, Georgia Tech, and Vandy don't really. I mean, I would argue that Georgia Tech has more of a terrifying trait, terrifying potential takeover guy that Georgia doesn't have. Haynes King can take over a game, right?
Yeah, I mean, let's play the game. You're Ohio State, getting ready for the playoff. Who would you rather face, Georgia or Indiana?
Georgia.
Georgia or Texas A&M?
Georgia.
Georgia or Alabama?
Georgia.
Georgia or Oregon?
Georgia.
Georgia or Ole Miss?
Still probably Georgia.
Georgia or Georgia Tech?
Georgia.
Georgia or Vanderbilt?
Vandy.
Yeah. Georgia or Miami?
Miami.
Really?
They're going to hand me a game. They're so poorly coached. They're going to give me a game. Carson Beck has thrown 1 touchdown in his last 3 games and 4 picks. He's done.
Georgia
He's
or
done.
Notre Dame?
Pardon?
Georgia or Notre Dame?
Georgia.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
But Notre Dame has, I would say, 3 things that are terrifying. They've got really good linebacker play. They've got a really good quarterback. And they've got the thing that I love in a playoff setting is they've got 2 security blankets that are home run hitters and both those running backs. So, I mean, I think Notre Dame, like they're 5-2, but I think they're a better team than Ole Miss, Georgia Tech, Vandy, BYU, and Miami, even though they lost to Miami. So it's hard for me to say. But it's not who you met me as, it's who I become, right?
sure. Yeah. I think Georgia is just kind of regular. They're just a good team. Nothing else.
They're name brand Missouri.
They're just walking around. They're just walking through the SEC like a zombie because the SEC is just kind of eh.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to hit before we do our little draft?
No, I think we're good. I think we agreed on all the games except for the Cincinnati-Utah game. So I had Texas covering, Tennessee covering, USC covering, and then I have, for my own rankings, I have Cincinnati. My own scorekeeping, I have Cincinnati covering. I also have Cincinnati winning the game, but I'm going to take the cover right now. 21-20. Kind of had a recent. Last 2 weeks haven't been great, so we're trying to get back. I also have Ohio State. I also have Ohio State covering the 20.5. But
so does everybody.
Yeah. So we'll see.
So we're gonna draft our favorite cereals?
Top 5 cereals. So should we do the draft as a snake? Or
Yeah,
should
we
just
did
go
snake
back
last time.
Or should we go back and forth and then each time we do it, the other person gets to go first?
We can do it that way.
Okay. So
But
who
isn't
went?
that just a snake?
I don't care.
Isn't that
pick.
just a snake though? You just describe.
No, like I'll go, you go, I'll go, you go. With a snake, it's like I go and then you get 2.
Okay, let's just go. I go, or you go. I go. You go. I go. All right.
All right. So I got the first. I'll go first this time.
Yeah.
Next time you go first. All right. I think the easiest number 1 overall pick is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Damn it!
I think it's just the obvious. I think we can both agree Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the GOAT cereal.
The greatest.
Yeah.
Ooh, puts me in a little bit of a tough spot. I'm gonna go Fruit Loops with my pick.
With the first pick?
Yeah.
Oh, you reached, dog. You
stability.
Reached.
Give me stability.
You reached.
Nope. Give me stability.
All right. Give me Reese's Puffs.
Nope, not good.
It turns into chocolate milk, dog. It's amazing.
I think you reached there.
When we say reach, it's always in the eyes of the beholder. It's what do I value?
All right. Let me go Lucky Charms.
Ooh, so sugary. Didn't even have Lucky Charms on my list. Didn't even have them on my list.
That's a failure for you.
No. All right. I'm gonna go with Frosted Flakes.
Okay.
Tony the Tiger. Give me the Frosted Flakes.
All right. Don't forget to take out your teeth when you go to sleep. You old ass man. All right. This might be a little bit of a reach. Guess you gotta dive in. I trust it. The whole draft process, every phase of my life, they've been locked in. Locked in. Give me Tricks. Tricks are for kids with the little rabbit.
Dude, your list sucks.
No. These are all bangers.
Didn't even have Tricks on my list.
Oh, that's a you problem. You didn't evaluate correctly. Andrew Barry.
Don't ever. It couldn't be more disrespectful. Not after the rant I went on Tuesday.
Yeah. Dude, I was cutting that up earlier, bro. It's hilarious.
All right, I got Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Reese's Puffs, and Frosted Flakes. This is a personal favorite of mine. Golden Grams. I loved Golden Grams. I don't know why. I just loved them.
Yeah, your list is trash.
It's not.
It is.
I have Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I automatically won.
No, because there is one cereal better than Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
The fact that you openly, just willingly handed over the first overall pick.
No. I handed over the first pick because there is one cereal better than Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and I want to see if you knew ball.
I can't wait for this.
Do with the final pick, the best pick in the entire draft. You don't even know. You're not even familiar with this one. Crave. This is what dreams are made of.
What kind of knockoff store brand cookie crisp is that?
This is the chosen one. They got the chocolate filled on the inside. You cannot beat excellence. This is
Yes,
it.
I can.
This is Floyd Mayweather.
First of all, it's not your last pick either, just so you know. It's your fourth pick.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's my fifth. Oh, I miscounted. Damn, I ruined the moment.
Yeah.
Elite, though.
Never even heard of it.
I'll send you a box. You don't know ball.
My last pick is Captain Crunch.
Ew. Disgusting.
The berry Captain Crunch?
Dude, I puked it as a kid. Disgusting.
You're
Disgusting. No.
Your list blows, dude.
No, it doesn't. And I'm bringing it home with the Cheerios.
See, I had Honey Nut Cheerios. Like, what a solid cereal. Really, like.
It's Tim Duncan.
Yeah, exactly. That is perfect.
It's Tim Duncan.
That is perfect.
Not everybody has to be Kobe. You could be Tim.
You know exactly what you're going to get every time you pour a bowl of Cheerios.
15 and 10 every night. Honey Nut Cheerios.
All right, as a review, Chris has Fruit Loops, Lucky Charms, Trix, Crave, whatever the fuck that is, and Honey Nut Cheerios. I got Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Reese's Puffs, Frosted Flakes, Golden Grams, and Captain Crunch. And I don't know where Chris just went, but I got the heavy hitters. What did you
hit these buttons? Reach for my Crave.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments who won. I think I got this one in the bag.
No, you don't. I got saved by you not picking Honey Nut Cheerios, dude.
I thought about it. I really did, but I was like, you know what? I thought Captain Crunch would be like a nice, the berry Captain Crunch would be a nice secret. But I didn't know how you would feel about the Honey Nut Cheerios.
What? That's a blastic, dude.
Yeah. So,
like drafting Captain Crunch over Apple Jacks.
I did have Apple Jacks on my list.
I think that was a mistake. I mean, you essentially drafted Dion Waiters with the fourth pick.
When I took Golden Grams?
No, when you took Captain
Crunch?
whatever.
Captain Crunch?
Yeah. Trix clears Captain Crunch. Anyway, I'm Chris. That's Tyler.
Peace. You should